What's up, y'all? We back for the second episode, live in the den with your boy MusaMajic, and I'm here with Ankhle John, good friend of mine. What's up, man? How you doing?
Peace, brother. Peace,
Long
peace,
time
peace.
no see. How you?
I'm peace, man. I'm at peace right now. I'm here. I'm definitely thankful to be here. You know what I mean? I'm honored to be here. You know what I mean? Especially for it's on a good cause with a good friend of mine. You know what I mean? It's just not a regular interview. A regular interview for me. Like, this is a real positive thing, you know what I mean? Saying one of my good friends actually follow his dreams. Actually, we both following our dreams, so.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Like, this is what the future, this is what we've been waiting for. And then we got more to come.
Definitely,
Peace.
definitely. All right. So, when I met you, we met each other when we was like 16. When I met you, I knew you were a rapper.
Word.
But back then you were JT.
Word.
Now you Ankhle John.
Word.
Talk to me about the difference. Talk
Word.
To me about
I had
the change.
that. It was basically almost kind of like a rebranding thing. You know what I mean? A lot of people, JT is just a name. You know what I mean? That's just a name that. It wasn't a rap name, you know what I mean? It was just a name, you know. If I call you Eddie, I don't know if your real name is Eddie or Edward, but you have those names, you know what I mean? JT, so I had kind of I like playing on words, you know what I mean? And the Ankhle John thing was, you know, as we were in our program, you know, that was a time in my life when we would get, you know, a little bit more culture, you know what I mean? And I just came obsessed with the symbol of the Ankh. You know what I mean? That's how I spell it. It's not literally spelled Ankhle John. It's, you know what I mean? It's a play on word of the Ankh, add the L-E at the end, you know what I mean? Make it, you know, pronounce uncle. And I just got, you know, it was just a beautiful thing, you know what I mean? Like, I always been, you know, fantasized with that symbol and the meaning of the symbol, you know what I mean? So I just thought to make it, you know, my name. And actually, I'm not lying, but actually, when we actually started recording, I was calling myself Ankhle John, but it was spelled the regular way. I had this alter ego where, you know what I mean, in certain songs, I dropped my voice, you know what I mean, to make it sound like like it was a different rapper, you know what I mean, and we was calling that Ankhle John, but you know, like I said, man, I'm just sitting back and just thought of the Ankh, like, damn, maybe I should change the name, flip it around, and boom, put it together, made magic. People loved it. I love it. You know
with the whole Ankhle John thing, I see that you're taking a very Afrocentric approach, and I see that your music, for a long time, has definitely taken a more progressive African-American approach.
Only two ways out, dead or bad informer. See, I was raised in the jungle, made it out with a couple snake bites, soaring through that ocean just like a great white. Huey Newton, just a student, surrounded by niggas that stupid. Fuck up the work, fuck up the school, now they fuck up the music. I gave my shorty some drugs, like baby don't abuse it. Thought she would hold it for me, never thought that she would use it. I think our brains are corrupted because the air polluted. And I included fluted, no shrink and touch on acoustics. This shit is a nuisance, never heard of Horus, know who Zeus is. Shorty don't know her father, but she know who Jimmy Choo is.
Speak on that, talk about that.
I mean, we try to stay conscious. That's the goal behind everything, you know what I mean? I of course, not even growing up, but in these times now, you know, sometimes you gotta go with the flow and, you know, kind of turn up or whatever you want to call it, but at the end of the day, it's always a message. You know what I mean? And I'm a black man, you know what I mean? I represent much more, bigger than rap, bigger than music. We represent a culture, you know what I mean? Whether it's African America, whoever you represent, you know what I mean? We, as a people, you know what I mean? I try to throw in hints a little. So somebody might not know what an Ankh is or may not know what Uncle is, but if they see it somewhere else and they gonna put two and two together, so you actually learning while you listening, you know what I mean? Subconsciously, but you know, that's what I do in my music, you know what I mean? I give out supreme mathematics, I give out wisdom, I give out everything, you know what I mean? And you go ahead and you go ahead somewhere else and you gonna pick up and say, and I wanna be that guy that you hear from, you know what I mean? I learned stuff from Nas, I learned stuff from a lot of rappers that I look up to, you know what I mean? Not even paying attention as I got older, you know what I mean? It made more sense, and that's how I try to approach the mic.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
You talk about learning from Nas.
Word.
I know we're both big Nas fans.
Word.
So, tell me about more of your influences in the rapping. Like, who really influenced you, your style, to you even wanting to rap?
Yeah. Where the influence really came from, when I was like, I guess my mother she used to talk to this guy. I thought he was my real father, but he wasn't my real. He was like my pops. I still call him to this day. But when I was young, man, I had to be probably like 4 or 5, and I remember this actually. They was in the, you know how we do, be in our sessions and we chilling with the homies, and you know what I mean. I'm a little boy, and I remember me freestyling, man. Like I really do. Actually, that's not cliche to be like just to make me seem like I rap for a long time, but subconsciously it's just been around me for a minute. You know what I mean? Once I got like 11, 12, and I heard "Get Rich or Die Trying" by 50 Cent. That's when I was like, you know what, I'm gonna pick up the pen, you know what I mean? From there, it just became a love for the music, a love for the culture, and you know, I started to do my research, you know what I mean? Started to do the research, and you know, I go back, and what I really gravitate to now was really the golden era, you know what I mean? Like that era from like 89 to 90, 99 really influenced me, how not even just with hip hop, but just my lifestyle period, you know what I mean? Like DC is a go-go city, you know what I mean? I really didn't come up off hip hop on my own. My mother was bumping RE, Red S's and Backyard and stuff like that. So a lot of the music that I grew up was New York influence, you know what I mean? So it started to get into my slang and how I just do a lot of different stuff. So when it came to the music, I automatically identify with that, you know what I mean? So just that era alone, you know, that kind of shaped my sound a little bit, you know what I mean? I try to throw in, you know, what's popping now. Not even what's popping, but what I feel I like now, you know what I mean? But it's definitely that period from like 80, that Wu-Tang, you know what I mean? Like these dudes was, like I said, like was spitting, but was spitting on different levels, giving you knowledge, giving you the street life, and you know what I mean, in the music, the samples and those dirty drums, gee, it just gave me like a real different feeling from just all the bunch of noise that a lot of what's going on now. So that's what definitely, I take on that a lot.
So you just dropped a new tape, and I hear in the new tape, it's a lot of the influence that you're talking about. It's a lot of Nas type flow, it's a lot of Wu-Tang type beat. So speak on the new tape, Asiatic.
Yeah, Asiatic, you know what I mean? I dropped music before Asiatic, but you know, I really feel like this is a more official release or official start of Ankhle John. You know what I mean? Before Asiatic was Gold album, man. That really wasn't even a real mixtape. It was just a bunch of songs that I just been experimenting with and kind of made buzz, and that kind of was shaping Ankhle John. So Asiatic was what people was waiting for, you know what I mean? And it took me a minute to get it together, you know what I mean, searching through different engineers and things of that nature, but just playing around with different sounds. But Asiatic, man, like, it's a good one, man. I like Asiatic, you know. The only flaw that I wish I think is a little too lengthy for me, but it kind of shaped, like that's the basis of it. And we about to really build a skyscraper from Asiatic. So, but a producer, my man HNIC, he goes to Morgan State. Just his sound alone really inspired Asiatic. Like that was the groundwork, you know what I mean? So other than yourself, y'all got some talent here, you know what I mean? That's peace, you know
Definitely.
what I mean?
I've seen on Asiatic, you got a couple popping credits on there. You got a Harry Fraud beat on your
you
your
keep, man, I'm not telling them how I got this beat.
If you don't know, Harry Fraud is one of the top producers in the industry, produced for Action Bronson, French. There's a lot of French beats, a lot of French beats. So you can't talk on that? Can you speak on it?
I mean, I can. Like, it popped up, man. It popped up, and it's a rare one. It's a rare beat. Like, honestly, to keep it right, I found that junk. You know what I mean? I found it. You know what I mean? But it's hard to find a Harry Fraud beat. And when I found that beat, it's probably like a Harry Fraud beat that he produced way back before he was even popping, because where I got it from, it didn't even have a lot of views. You know what I mean? It had like a good 2,000 views. So I saw it, I'm like, that's very rare. Like, Harry Fraud is popping. Like, any beat that he found, like, it should be well known. And it was just, the beat alone was just, it was rare. It was impeccable. The sample, the message behind the beat, you know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing, and I hope I could be able to get it to him. If I could get it to him, that'd be Had to be a good thing. Yeah. Shout out to Harry Fraud, man.
Shout out to Harry Fraud. You see this interview. I hope you see this interview.
I'm gonna do a whole tape with that man one day. That's
One day.
One day we gonna get that.
So talking about producers that you work with, what about who are some artists in the industry right now? I know it's not a lot of artists in the current industry that we're in that cater to the type of style that you have, but what artists would you like to work with? Could you see yourself working with?
Like you mentioned, Action Bronson. I would definitely like to work with Action Bronson. We speaking on artists today or just artists?
Artists today, artists yesterday.
Action Bronson, Currency, my man. Joey Badass and the little Beast Coast.
Okay.
The Beast Coast movement, not only pro herb, but like Flatbush Zombies and things like that. You know, they got a real a conscious movement and a strong movement going on. Bishop New Rule. I just try to stay with people, you know, people within the culture. I could branch out, you know what I mean? I could do anything. If you hear a track, like people might hear a couple of tracks on Asiatic and hear Black Man, which is a total dark beat, make you really feel like you in the alley in New York, and then they hear Money, Power, Respect. Like, okay, you know what I mean? I could switch it up. I'm right hand, left hand, we gonna go to the rim. You don't know what I'm gonna do, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I could work French if you know what I mean. I really could work with anybody, you know what I mean. But the people that I name is definitely people that would be on the list. So yeah, we could get that popping.
Things I noticed about in the tape, you're like you said, you go left hand, right hand. Style is very, very diverse. You can do the mainstream, but you choose not to.
Right.
And you try to veer in the lane of the progressive movement. So like, how are you trying to master that? How are you trying to balance that?
See, music as an artist is you're a brand, you know what I mean? Just like how this episode, like you're a brand. Eddie Musa, you're a brand, you know what I mean? Bear TV is a brand. Ankhle John is a brand, you know what I mean? Apple is a brand. Apple, you don't want Apple looking like Dell or Microsoft and stuff like that, you know what I mean? I don't want me sounding like or looking like what the mainstream is, you know what I mean? So, but it's also fun to tap in at it because why not? Why wouldn't Apple want to tap into Android fans or Microsoft fans and get them and just spread love just for the fun of it? So when I make those tracks, I'm really doing it just for the fun, just to play around. You know what I mean? Like those are really I spend less times on those tracks. I go in there and I write them and the beat. Sometimes I might let the beat speak a little bit more because I know how people listen to music nowadays. I also take that into consideration. You know what I mean? People, they want to hear 5 beats and kind of like less lyrics these days. You know what I mean? So if I could give you a blend of both, you know what I mean, to really tap into both brains, you know what I mean? Like that's a win-win situation. You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna really hear Rick Ross on the boom bap beat. You're not gonna hear Nas on the you know what I mean? Like, cause people got to step out of their comfort zone sometime, and I'm good. I'm out of my I'm good. I'm good anywhere I go. You know what I mean? Any beat, any studio I go into, I'm perfectly fine.
You hear that? Up and coming rappers, any beat that you hear, you need to be good on it.
Any beat, you know what I mean? You don't want to just go in the studio and talk about some. Is this beat too slow, or this beat too fast, or this beat. Da 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 da. You know what I mean? Nah, that ain't the wave. If you rap, you rap. You're a rapper. Like it's tailored. Like your voice is tailor made for anything, G.
Definitely. All right. So really quickly, we're gonna introduce rapid fire segment. I'm gonna give you 2 rappers.
Okay.
Rapid fire. It's gonna be several rappers I'm gonna give you, but it's gonna be 2 at a time.
Okay.
And I need you to pick your preference between the 2 that I give you. Gotta be quick.
Okay. So like, okay.
All right.
All right.
Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right. Outkast or Dead Press? Excuse me.
Outkast.
Outkast. Okay. Jay-Z or Nas?
How did I know that? Nas.
Lil Wayne and Fabulous?
Lil Wayne.
Joel Santana or Cameron? Come on.
Cameron.
Okay. Wu-Tang or Outkast?
Wu.
Dead Press or Wu-Tang?
Wu.
Dead Press or Outkast?
Outkast.
If you was paying attention, I already asked that.
Yeah.
But thank you for joining us here
TV.
today in the Den with Magic. Shout out to Ankhle John. Make sure y'all go out and listen to Asiatic. Definitely a fire tape. Where can we get that?
Hey, SoundCloud, everything is Ankhle John. Like you could just type in Ankhle John.
Spell that for us.
ANKHLEJOHN, no spaces. Shout out Cloud9. First of all, hold on, before I get into that.
Go ahead.
All right, hold on, because this Cloud9 too, real, like, I appreciate, you know what I'm saying, what y'all doing is a beautiful thing, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I was in school once too, you know what I mean? And this kind of making me wish that I still continue with it, you know what I mean? Because it's letting me know that you could get your education and you could still have fun at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Following your dreams. So, you know what I'm saying? Just make sure you stick to doing what you do, stick to doing what you do, y'all do what y'all do, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm pretty sure y'all gonna go a long way, especially if you rocking with this man right here. Real talk, you know what I mean? Cloud9, Ankhle John, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here. All I can do is add on, you know what I'm saying? So, peace to my brother Musa.
God.
This OUDC fan right here, y'all don't know nothing about it.
We're gonna get to that later. Thank you for tuning in to In the Den with Magic. Shout out to Ankhle John. Shout out to Bear TV. We out.